Who's ready for a 23 move Tal game? Does that sound good to you? Sounds pretty good to me. So we're going to get into it. It's against a fellow Latvian. This was played in the Latvian Championship in 1958. We're going to get a Talcrifice, Tal's biggest blunder. As you guys know, there's only one Magician from Riga. Who's it going to be? Take your guess, take your pick, sit down, and enjoy the game. So, knight to f3, we get a d6 Sicilian, main line d4. This is an open Sicilian. Pawn takes, knight f6. And we're going to get the Schwenigen. First the Najdorf, then the Schwenigen. Is that a fun word to say? That's a fun word to say. You know what fascinates me about Tal? He kind of plays these hippo-like structure Sicilians, which you would think would act calm and quiet, cool, calm, collected. But it's anything but. You know, storm season, stormy water, waves, tidal wave, tsunami. Those are what the games turn into from a hippo-like structure with an open C file. By the way, this was a big week. We did a lot of planning. I am making a chess school, and it's going to be fantastic. I think it's going to be the best. I think I'm going to go so far as to say it's going to be the best. I'm switching from E4 to D4, Catalan. There's going to be every opening you can imagine because I'm not allowing myself to play on chess.com anymore. We're stopping at 2600 on chess.com and only studying openings. Of course, there's going to be middle games and end games, but those are the fun parts. But I'm not going to show my website until I'm content with the content on it. But yeah, I talk to people. I know exactly how I want to organize my YouTube videos, my personality on this, on that. We're just not going to care. We're going to go back to not caring because it's better that way. And yeah, you know, call a spade a spade. Fatty a fatty, a spade. Life is good as it should be. Back to chess. So stay tuned. Bishop to e7. Also going to do chess in the park in Eastern Europe. So like Eastern Europe chess in the park versus Western Europe. Completely different scene, as you guys know by the memes. So yeah, give it a follow. Stay tuned. All that good stuff. Pawn to f4. Now it's looking like a Grand Prix. Except it's not a Grand Prix because he already broke with d4. And now the position is more open. But f4, what do you do when your opponent strikes on one end of the board? Boom, b5, strike on the other end. What is the point of b5? As you can see, it's still book. But we like to explain moves because moves have ideas and ideas have reactions. And the point of this move is to go pawn to b4, dislodge the defender, remove the defender, and win the e4 pawn. Typically, that's what you want to do. So, he goes pawn to a3. All right, a good move, so to speak, stopping the pawn from going to b4. So that makes some sense. Knight to d7, and what now? You might be like, Tal just blundered a fork. Knight c6. I would be like, no, sir, you blundered. What did you blunder? You actually blundered a fork. Queen to b6, check. Boom, bam. Knight goes back. You attack pinned knight. Pinned knight can't move because pinned knight pinned. You know? Rules of the game. Learn them. So, we get bishop to e3, also a mistake, quite fascinating, and bishop to b7 given an exclam for unknown reasons, right? It's just an extended fianchetto. It's a logical move. It makes some sense. A lot of these moves make some sense. And this guy didn't know he was playing. He's like, I'm going to sacrifice a piece because I'm a good chess sacrificer. Tal looked at him and was like, the disrespect you sacrifice on me? Just wait and see what I'm going to do. So he does take it. What did the guy think he had? You know, I'm not so sure because this just doesn't look like a sound sack at all. It just doesn't look like a sound sack at all, right? And the minor pieces, you get the bishop pair. This pawn is defended. These pawns are not going anywhere. They're getting close to hanging pawns in the center. The bishop pair will awake. And your position is pretty good as black, pretty free-flowing. So that's not so good, but we get queen e8, and we get queen to d4, a miss. What should he have done? Resigned. No, he should have gone queen f3, walked into a pin. As you can see, it just wasn't a sound sacrifice, wasn't so good, but he goes queen d4. Why did he go queen d4? Apparently he went queen d4 to go queen a7. Nice rook shift and lift by the Tal man. And then we get a queen on a7 that looks like it can do some damage, or it looks like it could get trapped. Is that not the goofiest, brilliant move we've ever seen? Did chess.com get an update? Because brilliant moves, I don't know. I don't know why that's brilliant. There were many good moves there. But okay, knight takes, and this is what white wanted. White got what he wanted. Be careful what you wish for, and we're going to see why you should be careful what you wish for. So we get bishop to d4, aiming at the knights, maybe keeping them attached. If they get detached, then this king might get unlatched. Not a good word, but it came to mind. d5. What is the point of d5? Well, you see, the point of d5 is actually just to make the bishop better. Yes, it's to put pressure in the center, but more so it's about this bishop. So say white wastes a move, you take, something like that. Did you see that? Good job if you did. It's okay if you didn't. That is the point of it. So we got some prophylactics, king h1, but he's just stepping into the vision of another bishop. The pawn takes, the rook defends, the queen makes a battery. That's actually a battery. All right, starting to look like a chess.com puzzle a little bit, and we're on move 20. This is a 23 move game. Can any of you mathematicians do the math there? It's quite difficult. Got some calculus, some linear algebra, some dynamics, some heat transfer. A lot of hard classes. Pawn to b3. What is the point? Well, it's just too little too late. He didn't know who he's up against. Tal gives back the rook. He's like, give me that. He didn't even want the minor pieces. He just wants a discovered checkmate. He didn't quite get it. White shut down the diagonal of the bishop, but then white resigned. So you might be like, what was Tal's blunder? Well, Tal's blunder was, had white gone rook e1, he would have blundered the move queen takes f3. An amazing blunder, a Tal blunder, a Tal move himself. You know, and it's a blunder that wins the game. It's not a blunder that loses the game because it's Tal. Did you really think I was going to do a Tal blunder? We're going to do Tal sacrifices because he was one of the GOATs. Gotta respect Tal. This is a Tal-like position. This was a Tal-like game. It was 23 moves. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. No more breaks. Peace, my boys.